We're in session in two cases. First case is cause number 329352. Second case is cause number 329592. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Rashina Desiree Jones. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Jones, how are you doing?
Fine.
That's good. Ms. Jones, I have before me judge's explanation of rights to defendants without an attorney. Ms. Jones, you recognize this document?
Can I see
Could you can step up here?
it? Yes,
Okay, is that your signature on this document?
yes, sir.
And are those your initials on this document stating that you want to apply for court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
I also have another document here. This document is titled Affidavit of Interest. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, Ms. Jones, is this your initial, or is this your signature on this document?
Yes, sir.
You may stand back. Ms. Jones, prior to signing and initialing these documents that I just showed you, did you read these documents?
Yes, to apply for,
Well, I just asked you a question. Did you read the documents?
yes, sir.
And did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Jones, based on the information that you provided in your affidavit of interest, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. Yes. And okay, Ms. Jones, your attorney that's going to be appointed to represent you in this case was attorney Bruce Cobb.
Mhm.
And let's see. Okay, Ms. Jones, stand on the X in front of our court clerk. Follow her directions. Johnny Jones. Okay, yeah, this is cause number 330542, case of style of state of Texas versus Johnny Ray Jones Jr. Is that your full name? How you doing, Mr. Jones? That's good. Mr. Jones, I have before me a document that's titled Here's an explanation of rights to defendants without an attorney. Recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line that says defendant?
Yes, sir.
And is this are these your initials on the line that state that you would like to apply for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
Also, I have a document that's titled Affidavit of Indigence. You recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of this document, there's a signature on a line that's titled defendant's signature. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, prior to signing and initialing these documents that I've just mentioned, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand what you read?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Okay. Now, Mr. Jones, I've read your affidavit of indigence. And based on the information that you provided, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And your attorney that is going to be appointed in this case is Attorney Peter Doyle. Give him his, that's
Okay.
my original. Okay. Mr. Jones, you've just been handed out, what is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law Number 2. Do you see that title?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will go over this document with you, and it reads, following the arrest and or accusation in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are ordered subject to the following additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who, A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol, and the test indicates the presence of drugs and alcohol in the defendant's body, and as pursuant to the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.44, A2 and C2. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Condition number 3, the defendant shall not communicate either directly or indirectly with the alleged victim of a pending offense, and the defendant shall not go near any residence, school, or other location frequented by the alleged victim. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Condition number 3 does not apply because that only applies in a DWI case, and your case is not a DWI case. Now, Mr. Jones, if you violate any one of these conditions, your bond may be revoked, and you can be placed in the Jefferson County Jail. Do you understand that? Mr. Jones, I'm gonna ask that you stand on the X next to our clerk, follow her directions. You can keep that for your records. The bond conditions, you keep that for your records, all right? Once you finish here, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.
Israel Cervantes? Okay, good morning, Mr. Cervantes. This is cause number 330512, State of Texas versus Israel Cervantes. Mr. Cervantes, how you doing?
Good.
That's good, Mr. Cervantes. I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without an Attorney. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line that says I would like to apply for court-appointed counsel?
Yes.
Mr. Cervantes, I have another document here that's titled Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, Mr. Cervantes, there's a signature on the line that's titled Defendant Signature. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Cervantes, did you read these documents? Did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand what you read? Is everything true and correct in these documents? Okay. Now, Mr. Cervantes, I see here that you work mason construction as a carpenter. You work 40 to 50 hours a week. And I'm just looking at the take-home pay here. Apparently, based on the information that you provided, you do not qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And what we can do, he's gonna have to fill out enough. We can allow you to, if you want to hire an attorney, you got two, yeah, well, put it before you do that. You got, the other two options is you could either hire an attorney, if you want an attorney to represent you, or you can waive your right to hire an attorney and represent yourself. Those are the other two options. So you can take a minute or two, well, just take how much time you need to make your decision.
Go sit back down.
Yeah, you can go sit back down. this one. I'll just get both of them. Sure. Here you go. Thank you. And okay, Mr. Jones, you have a blessed day. Mr. Cervantes? Go ahead and have a stand on the 4X in front of the court coordinator. And your case will be reset to give you an opportunity to hire your attorney.